Hey guys, what's up? Kurt Hughes here with Ignite Baseball. So I got engaged over the weekend, so that was pretty cool. With my girlfriend of 3+ years, now my fiance. Woohoo! But it kind of got me thinking just about my path getting here and kind of how that translates to you know the life that you guys want to live, whether that be helping your son or daughter become a good athlete or whatever it is, however you're viewing this. I want you to think about the people that you surround yourself with and how important that is. Jackie, my fiance, has been really, really supportive throughout this whole thing, and I don't think that I'd be able to do what I do now without her support. Sometimes owning a business and really just kind of going against the grain and trying to do things differently than everybody else, it can kind of be taxing and feel lonely at times. So it's important to make sure that you have that support system around you. Now, some people are somewhat privileged, like me, to have a really strong family behind me, even though when I first kind of decided that I was going to do the baseball thing rather than be basically a biomedical engineer, they were kind of head scratching a little bit and didn't think that it was the best idea. But now they're incredibly supportive. So I must say that I'm somewhat privileged with regard to that. Not everyone's in that situation, with the family backing behind them. But that said, even if you're watching this and you're not, it's important to understand that there are people that you can connect with that will be supportive of you, and it's important to find them. And if you find them, hold on to them. And if you find out that the people who you thought would be supportive of you are not, then those aren't really people that you want to associate yourself with. So keep that in mind. I mean, like I said, I wouldn't be here doing what I'm doing now without Jackie's support, my family's support. So I wanted to take a second to kind of acknowledge that and kind of give that to you as a piece of advice moving forward. Your support system's really, really important, and especially from a parent's perspective when they're trying to help their kid, become a better hitter, because that's probably most of the people that are watching this probably are in a similar situation to that. From a parent's perspective, a lot of times, parents and the kid can kind of clash back and forth a little bit based on, whether the kid wants to, whether your son or daughter wants to listen to you, about the way that you're swinging, or they don't, or whatever the situation may be. It's important to support them and guide them and not, kind of cast them out because they're not listening as well as maybe they should. It's one of the reasons that when I design drills, I try to make the drills give the feedback so the instructor really doesn't have to. So if the drill is very binary, being I was able to accomplish this, or no, I wasn't able to accomplish this, then the assessment of whether the drill was done correctly can be internal. And when you make the assessment internally, you don't need to rely on mom, dad, instructor, whatever, to tell you whether you did it right. Basically right away. My job is basically just to kind of present the drills in the right order. So using drills like that really can help nurture relationships between parents and kids, which can create the sense of security within that support system that your son or daughter has. So make sure that support is the thing that is most important with regard to that relationship. Obviously, it's also important to be able to not support everything that's being done if it's if it's stupid. All the time I'll make a decision that maybe isn't the best one, and my fiance will kind of I call her that now, or I call her my fiance now, right? But she'll kind of call me on it and say that she doesn't think that's smart, and we don't always agree on that, and a lot of times I'll end up making that decision anyway because it's a decision that I have to make. But at the same time, if she was afraid to call me on that, or that our relationship wasn't kind of set up in that way, then I wouldn't be able to think about and assess the decisions that I was making for their objective validity. A lot of times people run into problems, especially people like business owners or whoever. What they'll do is they'll make decisions based on what they want versus what actually is best. So it's important to make sure that you're able to kind of like weave in, objectivity into, conversations, and try to remove yourself from, the actual thing that's going on a little bit, so you can make those good decisions. And without that great support system around you, it's hard to be objective because you're too close to everything to actually make the right decision. So, support system is hugely important, just speaking from a general like development perspective. I mean, I'm not telling you anything you haven't read in like a parenting book by any means, but I just kind of wanted to share my experience with you, and, say how important, Jackie's support of me has been in the past. And, I guess a quick second to say that like I love her, and that I'm really looking forward to the future. So I'll talk to you guys soon. Hopefully a couple more times this week. I've kind of been MIA a little bit because of Thanksgiving, but looking to get back into the flow and share some awesome hitting advice with you. So hope you guys had a great Thanksgiving, and I'll talk to you soon.